Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Jordy, and today we're doing a reading for Pisces. We're going to start by pulling some dream interpretation cards, looking at your inner world and also your outer world. And then we're also going to anchor in that message with some tarot cards. This is a bit of like a spiritual reading today, getting into emotions and the psyche, and seeing how it plays out in our physical world. We're also going to do a short meditation just in the beginning of this reading. So I hope you enjoy, and if you're watching this video on the go, perhaps you may want to pause the video and watch it later when you're sitting down or, lying down. This video is meant to be more of like a calm and soothing type reading. So when you're ready, we're going to take a deep inhales and exhales together.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
So breathe deeply in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale fully. Now on your next inhale, imagine the color yellow coming in to your nose, a sparkly yellow. And on the exhale, darker yellow. Yellow is the color of willpower and intellect. I'm going to inhale red. And exhale a darker red. Red is the color of our blood, our body, our connection to the earth. And we're going to inhale the color green. And exhale a darker green. The green is the connection to the forest, to the foliage, to our emotions, and a sense of groundedness. Okay. So thank you for holding space with me through that brief little meditation. Just gonna move the singing bowl off to the side. Okay. So in your inner world, we have this beautiful image here. Looks like someone's entering a doorway into maybe a library. It says on the back of the card, unfamiliar, secret, or unused room. So in this image, it shows a house or home in a dream, and it's a symbol of yourself. As with you, there will be an outside and an inside. The rooms in the dream house symbolize aspects of who you are on the inside. Therefore, rooms that are unknown, locked, or secret indicate possible areas of personal transformation that are not yet being expressed. Either you aren't aware of them, or for some reason you aren't capitalizing on them. So there's an area of self-discovery and development within yourself that you might not be fully aware of. That's interesting. Let's grab one more. We're looking at the inner world, and over on this side will be the outer world. Actually, instead of grabbing another dream card, we'll grab a Psychic Tarot for the Heart card. Please clarify this dream card that's in the inner world, this unused room, this part of ourself that we're not necessarily giving attention to. Giving and receiving. Okay. So that's interesting. I want to clarify that with tarot cards. So connecting to Pisces. What part of ourselves are we not aware of on the inside that involves giving and receiving? Seven of Wands. Page of Cups. Oh, I know what I'm getting from this message. The Eight of Swords. I feel like part of yourself that you may not be aware of, Pisces, that's in a hidden room locked within your psyche, is this sense of injustice when it comes to a simple acceptance or a broader acceptance of who you are. Because the Page of Cups to me as a reader is someone who's very bold and eccentric and being themselves, you know, expressing themselves in a way that they don't care what other people think. They love themselves. They genuinely are reaching out to other people or interacting with other people in a way that's authentic to them. And I feel like with this Resistance card here and here, the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Swords, you may have felt like there was some type of obstacle in your life, in your family, in your past, where you weren't able to express yourself fully, and you felt like there's like an injustice in giving and receiving here, like something wasn't fair, like you had to fight for or shove away and lock down a certain part of yourself just so that you could give and receive in the way that people wanted you to, not in the way that you was most authentic to you, if that makes sense. And this is kind of a self-sabotaging part of yourself, part of your inner world. So I'm going to grab one card here for advice. We have the King of Pentacles. I'm hearing the word grand, part of yourself. There's a very grand and well-developed part of yourself that you may have locked away into a room and filtered and suppressed. You may think like, well, if it's been locked away in a room and I haven't been aware of it, how is it well developed? How is it already fully a King of Pentacles part of yourself? But I think you've kept this part of yourself only available to very select people, like close relationships in your life, or even strangers who you don't have to have a personal connection with. I'm almost getting this message of like the way that you give and receive in your career, the way that you show up for people or show up for your job with a high level of respect for yourself and for others, is the way that you want to be treated in your love life, in your personal life, in your family, in your friends. And that is the part of yourself that's kind of locked away in a room right now and shut down. So it's almost as if people are getting the fullest version of you, even if it's only basic interactions of like workplace, career, or wherever you make your money, or wherever your presence is well known. And then the relationship dynamics you have with some people who are closer to you are more watered down, are more filtered, if that makes sense. So we're going to switch gears and come back to that, but I want to see what's going on in your outer world based off of what we've talked about so far. So connecting to Pisces' outer world. I'm going to pull this card. Oh, it looks like we've got body parts. Which people do dream of. Like, sometimes I've had a dream where I was able to take a body part off and put it back on again. Interesting. So body parts represent aspects of your personal identity, and the clue to their meaning lies in the associations you have with that specific body part. For example, if you dream of arms, this could represent your ability to reach out to others. Hands suggest attention to detail, whereas legs indicate your ability to move forward. Feet are your foundation, or what keeps you grounded. Heads represent your intellect, and necks are the connection between your physical body and your mind. Blood is the symbol of your essence or life energy, and muscles are your strength. That's interesting, because when we were doing the meditation, I connected you to the color of red, which was blood, which is the earth, you know? So it's something to do with blood, which could be talking about family. But it says right here, blood is the symbol of your essence or life energy. So we're looking at your outer world, and we're looking at your life energy, your blood. Let's see what that's talking about here with the clarification card. Change your focus. So change your focus is kind of saying, with context to this card, something to do with your personal identity, the symbol of your blood being the symbol of your essence or life energy. So perhaps you're kind of feeling depleted in your life energy, like your vitality, the root of your health. And maybe it's time to change focus so that you can feel energized. Definitely connecting more to like a physical body message with this reading. Physical health as well as mental health or overall energy to deal with things. So basically the advice is to change your focus so that you can feel more energized, more nourished. Could be talking about love or relationship between you and an individual who are both coming across as reserved in their energy. You may feel like you don't have the energy that's required to give in a relationship dynamic in order to be more intimate or closer or engaged. And maybe you're holding parts of yourself back or being strategic with your energy. But if you change your focus on some area of your life, it could be any area of your life, and bring more peace and rest and rejuvenation and restore that energy that you feel like is lacking, I feel like the relationship will come into a better focus, will come into a better harmony. Right now, it's saying with the Seven of Swords that you may be questioning if a relationship is worth your time or energy. And the advice is to change your focus away from that question. Don't overanalyze the relationship as much as you want to or feel like that you need to. You're feeling depleted, you're feeling drained, and if you change your focus away from what's depleting and draining you, I don't feel like it's this relationship, then you can come into more harmony within this relationship and connect on a more emotional level, energetic level, more than just the mind and the spiritual. Okay? So that's interesting. So in the inner world, we've got this energy of giving and receiving that's tucked away, that's filtered, that's been pushed back and suppressed within you, where you're not getting the respect or the freedom to be yourself. So you limit how much you give, you limit how much you receive within yourself. And this affects your closer relationships, but when it comes to your career, your workplace, the things that you're doing, you seem to really outgrow that and overcome that, and you're in your seat of power, and you give and receive with the utmost respect, and you get a lot out of those interactions. They may even be with strangers or with clients. But there's a way to bridge that into your personal life. And I think it applies to this relationship in the outer world. It's saying that you're feeling drained, probably because you're not giving and receiving in the way that is authentic to you, or allowing that to happen. It's not for a lack of your effort or something like that, but there's definitely some psychology involved in that. You may be more emotionally available for a person if you were to change your focus away from analyzing a relationship's potential and just shifting your focus away from relationship dynamics that are not respecting your inner world and your outer world. I think this person in the King of Swords or the High Priestess is fully aware of who you are and is giving you lots of respect, and that's why this relationship is so special right now. So with this blood energy coming through in the body parts card, it's like, that energy of being drained. You just need to rest and rejuvenate right now and recognize that some of your personal relationships may have been draining you, and it may be affecting the potential of a relationship that you want to get more close or intimate with. Okay, that's what I've got for the reading today. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.